From small and mean to big and green, this episode of Overdrive has it all. Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Shireen Bhan. As you can see, the pre-monsoon showers have hit the capital, and so it's the perfect time to talk about a car that's going to possibly create waves in the burgeoning small car market. It is Honda's Jazz, and here's an Overdrive first look.
There shouldn't be, but if ever there was any doubt that small cars are cheap and perhaps a bit nasty, it ends here. Honda, who have for long set the benchmark in every segment they operate in, the City, the Civic, the Accord, the CR-V, all are trendsetters in their segments, have finally launched their first small car. They've launched the Jazz, and they claim, perhaps without a touch of modesty, that this is the best compact car in the world. We are in Goa, sunny, balmy Goa, on the day that the monsoons are supposed to strike, to find out if the Jazz can live up to those tall claims. Tall claims about what is undoubtedly a tall car, to the obvious benefits of interior space. In the metal, it does look big and substantial, very unlike the small cars we are used to. The styling reflects the young and fun positioning of the car. It's refreshing and quite pleasing to look at, with some neat touches like the ridge on the bonnet and the slinky headlamps. 60% of this car is shared with the Honda City, but you will never know that because the styling is completely different, the interiors are completely different, and it has better practicality. The seats, for instance, they fold 60-40 and they fold flat into the floor. And if you want to store bigger objects or potted plants, for instance, you fold the seats up. Honda calls this the magic seat configuration, and it really works like magic. The interiors are funky and extremely practical. There are 10 cup holders, twin glove boxes, and very high equipment levels. Unlike the City, this one has a proper CD player with steering wheel mounted stereo controls. It also has a full complement of safety gear, including twin front airbags, ABS, and EBD. The Jazz also scores a full 5 stars in the Euro NCAP crash safety test, and so is one of the safest cars in the country. Honda believes in this man maximum, machine minimum mantra. It's where the mechanicals are squeezed into the minimum possible area and maximum space is liberated for the driver and passengers. And it really works. When we spoke about the Honda City, we talked about how spacious the car is, how compared to its rivals, it is the most spacious sedan. The Jazz, surprisingly, is equally spacious. And that, for what is still a small car, is truly impressive. It is almost like a mini MPV and has a seriously generous boot. No other small car, not the Fabia, nor the upcoming Grande Punto, or even the Polo has such versatile or accommodating interiors. The wheelbase of the Jazz is just 50mm shorter than the City, and that means many C-segment cars will be put to shame. Honda enthusiasts will love the fact that the Jazz only gets an iVTEC engine. It's a brand new 1.2-litre engine which was developed specifically for the Indian market. But because it turned out to be so good, all over the world, countries are demanding this engine. It develops 90 PS of power, which for a 1.2-litre engine is quite a lot. And like all Honda engines, it demands to be revved. It needs to be revved hard to get maximum performance, but it enjoys being revved. And it's made into a lovely shot-through super slick gearbox, which is a real joy to use. Refinement too is unbelievable. At idle with the aircon switched off, you can barely hear or feel the engine. It is such a silent engine that almost no sound deadening is required on the car. So the downside is that when you rev the engine, it is quite audible. I asked the boss of Honda the one thing that he really liked about the Jazz, and his answer was the handling. He's right, the Jazz is nimble, it's light, it's planted, it's sure-footed, it's a good fun car to drive. In effect, it's only limited by its tires, these fuel efficiency tires, which actually run out of grip well before the chassis actually runs out. Those tires though contribute to its excellent claimed fuel efficiency of 16.1 kilometers to the litre. And knowing Honda, the actual figure should be very close. At the time of filming, prices were yet to be revealed, but we expect it to be around 7 lakh rupees, which for a small car is no doubt steep. It is why Honda has very modest sales targets for the Jazz, even less than the City, and its impact on other small cars will be limited for now.
Guess what? Our weather guys were right. The monsoons are here. And guess who else is right? Honda. Now, for a typically modest Japanese company to be making tall claims like the world's best compact car, it's quite uncharacteristic. But when they do make those claims, well, you stand up and you take notice. And this car, the Jazz, is truly impressive. World's best compact car? Well, I'll reserve judgment until the Polo comes to India. But as of now, this thing is in a class of its own. It's not just the styling or the engine or the ride and handling or the space inside, but it is the package. I really can't think of a single reason, apart from the fact that this does not have a boot, to buy a Honda City over this. As of now, this thing is the best compact car you can buy in India today.
Well, the Jazz will be available in 3 variants. 6.9 lakh rupees will get you a stereo, ABS and airbags. For 7.28 lakh rupees, which is the mode variant, you can actually get yourself some shiny exterior trims, and the Activa variant is available at 7.33 lakh rupees. Speaking of the Honda Jazz, it's time for us to catch up with the man in the hot seat, Managing Director Masahiro Takidagawa. Sirish gets up close and personal.
We are the press drives of the Honda Jazz here at Goa, and I have with me the President and CEO of HSCI, Mr. Masahiro Takidagawa. Takidagawa-san, congratulations on the launch of the new Jazz. But why has it taken so long to bring a small car into India? Because the Jazz has already been based on the City platform. So why take so long?
For us, it is a big decision to add, the additional model. This is, the fourth model to be built in our Greater Noida plant, which, we have to prepare all, the in-house trainings, the spare parts and the suppliers, components. So, we have prepared certain times. And particularly, this time with a 1.2 liter engine, which is, exclusively developed for India to meet Indian excise duty incentives, actually. So, this is a time to launch it. We are quite happy with that.
Do you think the worst is over? Has car demand finally picked up in India and it's out of a recession, so to speak?
I'm really hopeful so. But, at least the Indian economy has less problem if you want to compare with, the other global market like United States, Europe. But it is also true that with, the new stable government makes, the people really, have confidence. And the Sensex is, picking up. The inflation has come down, followed by, lower interest. It's many good news. Of course, we cannot be still, optimistic, but we are really, encouraging.
Is the lack of a diesel engine in your range hampering your, volumes push, so to speak?
We are not denying diesel technology. It's just we don't have in our portfolio. But, the balance of 70%, it's sufficient for us to survive in this market. And also, Honda has, the hybrid technology, which is, leading the global industry. So we are trying to those, the technological mixture towards the Indian market. But to be frank, the internally we have kicked off those new project team to develop the small diesel engine for India. But of course, we are starting from the scratch. It takes a time, but we will.
You had the Civic Hybrid, and it didn't really take off until you slashed prices. Was that a mistake, or were you too early?
Yes, you can say mistake, but we have learned a lot. For instance, yes, we slashed the price, a certain portion, but that price level still, the 50% higher than our ordinary Civic, and then almost similar to our, 2.4 liter Accord. Then, within 3 days, 250 Civic Hybrid was sold out. So we have learned value conscious of smart Indian customers.
Thank you, Takidagawa-san.
Thank you, Sri-san.
And all the best for the Jazz and for Honda in India.
Thank you very much, Sri-san.